Hello viewers, welcome to Arkagiri classes. In this video lecture, we are going to discuss eigenvalue equation. This is the first video lecture regarding CSR NET Chemical Science previous year question paper. Before this lecture, we already discussed 7 various video lectures regarding CSR NET Chemical Science, IIT GATE Chemistry, IIT JAM Chemistry and PIFR Chemistry. So, we will discuss eigenfunction, eigenvalue equation and eigenvalue. Okay, so if your operator A operated on a OF function psi1 and you got result like A psi1 and you clearly marked there before the operation and after the operation you got the common function, therefore known as eigenfunction, and the corresponding constant value known as eigenvalue, and the whole equation is known as eigenvalue equation. If the same operator operated on psi1 and you got result like A psi2, that means here you clearly marked before the operation and after the operation you got different wave function or different function. Therefore, it cannot be termed as eigenfunction and the corresponding value cannot be termed as eigenvalue. Okay, so therefore the equation as a whole cannot be termed as eigenvalue equation. So if you have a question like which of the following is common eigenfunction of operator dy dx and d square by dx square, common eigenfunction of both operator dy dx and d square by dx square, it was a question asked by CSR in June 2017. Okay, so now coming to the option A, cos x. Now the operator, suppose this is A and your OF function suppose psi1, what you got minus sin x. You know that very well, dy dx of sin x is your cos x and dy dx of cos x is equal to minus sin x. That means you can represent like minus 1 into sin x to represent in terms of eigenvalue and eigenfunction. What you got, that is A psi2. You don't get common eigenfunction or common function that cannot be termed as eigenfunction. So that is, this equation cannot be termed as eigenvalue equation. Now you will have double derivative with this same function, that is cos x. Now you know that double derivative, that means d square by dx square, that means you will have twice derivative with suppose this wave function psi and you get a result or a function and again derivative with that result, or this result can be termed as another function. This suppose this is psi1 and you will get d psi1 by dx. This is your answer, the result will be your answer, that is double derivative. Similarly you can derivative for nth time also. Okay, individual you will derivative. Okay, so this is d square by dx square with cos x, that means d by dx with cos x, and after that you will have another derivative with respect to x, that is minus sin x. You represent in like this, minus 1 into sin x. If this is your constant, so you put the constant outside of the operation, that is your minus 1 suppose, that is d by dx sin x, that is minus cos x. It's minus of minus cos x, that is cos x, that is 1 into cos x, right? So what you got d square by dx square with cos x, the value is 1 into cos x. That means you got A psi1 is equal to A psi1. That means you got common set of function that is known as eigenfunction, and the eigenfunction is cos x for the operator d square by dx square, and where the eigenvalue is 1. That means the option A is incorrect because you have cos x for d by dx square. That means cos x is the eigenvalue for d square by dx square, not for d by dx. Let us coming to option B, that is kx, right? So d by dx with kx, and you already know this k is a constant quantity. That means you put this constant outside of this operation, outside of this derivative operation, so you get d by dx with x, that is your k into 1 is equal to k. right? So this is a constant quantity and you didn't get any function, therefore this value clearly observe that it's not an eigenvalue equation. Okay, so d by dx, that means derivative of x to the power n with respect to x, the value is n into x to the power n minus 1. Therefore d by dx x to the power 1 will be 1 into x to the power 1 minus 1. That means 1 into x to the power 0, that means anything to the power 0 always 1, that is 1 into 1 is equal to 1. Okay, so therefore the value was 1. So now double derivative towards this function kx. Okay, so this is d by dx with this operator. So now the k with this operator. Now we already know derivative of any constant, the result will be 0. What is the result? The result is 0, right? So you can multiply 0 with any function, any constant or any function, right? So result will be 0. So you can represent like this, 0 into kx. Don't get confused with this constant. This kx itself a function because this is multiplied with this function, that is x. Therefore this is a function, right? Don't think this is a constant. This is a constant. Don't think this is a constant. This is a function, right? But when you go for derivation, so or derivative of this function, you have to put this constant outside. Okay, so don't merge this thing with here. Okay, so this is the 0 into kx, that is you can represent this operator like a psi 1 is equal to a psi 2, where your eigenvalue is equal to 0. Why this is eigenvalue? Because you are getting same set of eigen function, that is kx. So this is clearly you observed that kx is the eigen function for d square by dx square, not for d by dx. Okay, so therefore the option B also incorrect. Okay, you need common for both d by dx and d square by dx square. Okay, so option C, that is e to the power ix. Now the question is, I is a constant quantity or not? No doubt this is an imaginary value. It can be termed as your constant value. Therefore we put this I outside of this derivative whenever it is having like this. Okay, I am going to this point later. Okay, before I am going to this, just I want to ask you, is it a constant quantity? Yes, it's a constant quantity, because variable means the value must change. Here what happens? The root over minus 1 always constant quantity. The root over minus 1 never be root over minus 2. Variable means the value will be vary. Okay, so I'll coming to the point later, but I have to focus on del square by del x square with e to the power ix. Now we will have d by dx with e to the power ix. You know that the value will be I into e to the power ix. Now what happens? You have e to the power ix both case. That means you have common set of function, therefore it is known as eigen function, and I is therefore known as eigenvalue. So this is a constant quantity, and whenever it will be inside the derivation or derivative of this value will be outside of this derivative or derivation, you can say it. Okay, so now the value is I e to the power ix. Okay, so what you will do, you keep outside of this derivation operation, because this is a constant quantity. Okay, so here the eigenvalue is I, so don't think this imaginary value cannot be a constant quantity. It's never be a variable quantity. Okay, now what you got? I d by dx e to the power ix, and you got I into I e to the power ix, and I into I, very easy, that is I square, and you know that very well. I is equal to root over minus 1 and I square is equal to minus 1. That means minus e to the power ix, that is minus 1 into the power e to the power ix. That means what you got? That means you got d square by dx square e to the power ix is equal to minus 1 into e to the power ix. That means you got common function, right? Therefore this common function is therefore known as eigen function, and the corresponding value is known as value. Corresponding constant value is known as eigenvalue. Therefore, e to the power ix is the common eigenfunction for both dy by dx and d square by ds square. So answer, the options answer is C, but we need to check option D also. Now dy by dx e minus x square, e means e to the power 1, that is 2.17. You can write like this, you can convert like the 2.178. okay, so let us coming to simple 2.17, that is, this is constant quantity. So dy by dx with e and dy by dx with x square, what you got? 0, because constant, derivative constant is 0, and this is x square minus 2x, that is minus 2x. okay, so it is clearly, there is no, if this is x, this is psi 1, there is clearly evidence that you don't have this common set of eigenfunction, so it can be eigenvalue equation. Now double derivative e minus x square, you get dy dx e to the power minus x square, that is minus 2x. Value is only a constant, so it's never be an eigenvalue equation. So what is your answer? The answer is option C. okay, so practice it, you will easily get your answer. okay, so here it is your answer, e to the power ix. Now the correct statement among the following is, okay, you will have eigenvalue of a square, eigenvalue of a square, eigenvalue of a, eigenvalue of a square is a negative, positive, eigenfunction of a square can be a complex. okay, and it is given that a is a Hermitian operator. Now don't get confused, simply focus on sum of concept like this. Eigenvalue corresponding to Hermitian operator is always real. Real means real value, and you know not, real means it includes almost all values. okay, so I'm not going into that in detail, but I will focus on real and complex. Complex number can be represented like a plus minus bi, so it is having both real part and imaginary part. Why this is imaginary part? Because this is having I. okay, this is having I, which is minus root over minus 1. okay, so the eigenvalue of Hermitian operator is real. That means if it is your Hermitian operator, and I already discussed previously already, if this is your operator and the adjoint, or you can say the dragger of A will be, okay, the dragger of A will be same. If this is Hermitian, if this is anti-Hermitian, it can be represented like this, negative of the same operator. okay, we already discussed, we will not go into that in detail. okay, you check the previous lectures. okay, that is a psi is equal to a psi. okay, if the operator operated on this wave function psi, you got the common set of function, that is your suppose this psi is therefore is known as eigen function, and this is known as your eigenvalue. okay, so this eigenvalue will be always a real value. That means its conjugate will be the same. That means if this is I to the power ix, the conjugate will be, if the I will be there, that means minus I will be its conjugate. That means I conjugate will be minus I, that means it is e to the power minus x, right? This is not the real, but this is the real value, therefore. okay, but this is the complex part and all other things, therefore the real values always conjugate will be the same value. So the eigenvalue of Hermitian operator will be a real value. okay, so now coming to the point will be like this. Suppose A is an Hermitian operator, it follows eigenvalue equation, so it can be represented like this, a psi is equal to a psi. Now we will have square everywhere, so we will have a square psi. Now it can be represented like this, a psi, right? Operator always have if this is a to the power n, you will have to operate for nth times. So this is for a square, that means you will operate for twice, so that means a psi, you will get a psi. So you have to operate this operator with this wave function. Now put this constant value outside, that is a psi, you will get a into a psi, and you have a square psi is equal to a square psi. okay, capital A square psi, that is your result will be small a square psi, and you know that this is eigen function, and whatever this a square, whatever this a square, this is your eigen value. Now the question is, this eigen value can be negative, can be positive, or it can be complex. Okay, this is a very confusing question. That is, no eigen function of a is an eigen value of a square. Don't get confused, just simply focus on this eigen value, negative, positive, or can be complex. Can complex, wrong answer. And negative, how can be negative? Because this is square, right? And always square will have a positive quantity, so in negative also wrong. This is correct answer, option B. So whenever you have options like this, just focus on whatever the theorem you already read, okay, and follow that concept and use that given question with that concept. Okay, so here it is, a square psi, that is Hermitian operator corresponding to a square gives eigen value always positive. Okay, from this also we can use our common sense, and we can use it as a theorem also. This is the theorem, and you can use another theorem. So this is it for today. Okay, I think you enjoyed this video lecture, so keep your like and your affection towards RK classes. So share with your friends and subscribe RK classes. Thank you very much for watching RK classes and giving your valuable time. Thank you very much.